Hey, what's going on, everybody out there in Multimedia Development 2016 land? This is Jessie, Armey, and this is my final project. Going to go over here, go over a few things that we did in class this semester. What you're looking at right now is something I really enjoyed, which was doing my profile. See a couple pictures of my boys there. My hobbies and interests. That's a stock photo of some books there. I'm an avid reader. Most people that know me best know that I do have a book reading problem. Of course, some of my favorite movies listed there. The one that's in the picture is a poster for Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, which is my all-time favorite movie. Even among the Star Wars movies, I thought that one was the best. Fire Pro Wrestling Returns, of course, my favorite video game. One of the only video games that I actually still play to any great length. And there at the bottom, before we completely fade out, is a picture of our family dog, Sugar. She's a Dachshund Terrier mix. Yeah, I wanted to share that because that was probably my favorite assignment there. Moving on, this was, I felt like this was probably one of the more studious scholastic assignments that we did for the semester. This was the Creative Commons and copyright project, which I hope I'm not violating at this point. I don't think I am. There was a lot of really good information in that project. I honestly had never heard of Creative Commons really at all before this. If I had, it was in passing and I wasn't paying attention. So there was a lot of valuable information there to use. I'm scrolling through some of the project information there, the different symbols, the different meanings, what they all mean, and that sort of thing. All right, moving on. This was the logo project. This was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. I designed my logo using good old Microsoft Paint, which I'm really familiar with that program, been using it a long time. The Jess Man, that is just my nickname that I am permanently stuck with, thanks in part to me and thanks in part to my peers. That dates back all the way to high school. The metallic blue background, that's just one of my favorite all-time colors, is my favorite all-time color. That texture, just for whatever reason, has always had a special meaning to me, has evoked feelings, warm, happy feelings, I guess you could say. And I think that's a really good representative of my personality. Established 1982, of course, the year of my birth. Makes me 34 years old now as of February. And that was a logo project. That was a lot of fun. Moving on after that, we had our collaborative project. I worked with David Starkey on this. David was a great collaborative partner. Always had his feedback in on time, so shout out to him for working with me. Enjoyed working with him. This is the collaborative project. What we had to do here was come up with a problem, either real or imagined, and come up with a solution, and using techniques, problem-solving techniques that we learned in class and in our textbook to solve the problem. So I came up with a template for a neighborhood watch program, which I actually ended up enjoying this assignment a lot more than I thought I was going to. And I'm actually mulling over the idea of actually implementing this for real at some point. We actually just had a drug bust about 2 blocks over last week, so I think that would come in handy. That's about 7 pages long there, and I'm not sure why it turned blue when I recorded it, but there it is. That was a lot of fun. Then finally we had our essay project. I don't think it was necessarily called an essay. We had to answer a question in about 1,500 words, I think, how I intend to incorporate process and problem-based learning in my life. That is a mouthful. So I had a lot of fun writing this. I didn't feel like it was stick to the rules essay kind of project. I did organize it as best as I could, though, and tried to let the thoughts flow naturally. I talked about using problem-solving skills in my educational part of my life and my personal life, just things we do on an everyday basis. The main point that I tried to fit in there is that you've got to be flexible, that life itself is going to be full of problems, and that you have to be able to have some kind of flexible strategy to meet the problems of life and to deal with them. I thought it was a good read. If you're interested in reading that, you can shoot me an email. Or actually, it's in our Multimedia Development class folder. Well, that's about it. Those were our major projects this semester. I appreciate you guys watching.